AITA for following my niece and leaving my brother's house after she unloaded on my brother and SIL? This is something that happened only a few days ago. My niece Ciara 24F had a baby 2.5 weeks ago. She and her partner decided they didn't want anyone at the hospital and would handle visits when things settled a bit. Her dad and stepmom offered to host any family on her paternal side she wanted to have meet the baby, and she agreed, and I was invited. During the visit, my brother was holding Ciara's baby and he told SIL, who is stepgrandma, that their first grandchild looks just like her and that Ciara's child was a miniSIL. Ciara told her dad not to say that. He told her it was true and should be proud. SIL asked her why that offends her so much. After all, she is grandma and these things can happen. Ciara said she's a stepmom, a stepgrandma. She is not biologically related to her or her child, and both of them need to accept that and stop trying to force this idea that they Ciara, her child, but also Ciara's full siblings look like SIL. My brother told her to calm down and stop acting hormonal and like there's something wrong with finding familiar features in family. Ciara took her baby off my brother and passed the baby to her partner. Then she told them SIL is not her real family, is not her real mom, is not who she looks like. She told them she has always looked just like her mom and so does her baby. She told them she had warned them they were going to stop acting like SIL was her actual mom and the actual grandma, or she would walk. And she did. She told them she was done. I followed Ciara out, which angered my brother and SIL. I soothed Ciara and reassured her that we haven't all forgotten her mom. Once I got home, I realized the anger my brother and SIL held toward me for leaving too, because I had several texts. They told me I had defended Ciara being unreasonably nasty to them and especially to SIL, and I should have stayed to support them instead of Ciara. For those who'll ask for background, my brother was widowed young. Ciara was the oldest at 7, her siblings were 4 and 2. My brother remarried 18 months after his first wife died. He'd known SIL 6 months at the time. It was very fast for Ciara, but the marriage also started because my brother wanted the kids to have a mom, which is something Ciara never liked, and she has never cared for SIL but learned to tolerate her over time. But my brother and SIL do like to talk as though SIL birthed the 3 original kids, which I mentioned before wasn't right because their moms still deserve to be recognized. I was ignored, however. And to clarify what I mean by that, SIL and my brother will say the kids look just like SIL when all 3 favor their mom heavily, or they'll claim they have saved for the kids since birth. They also describe Ciara as their firstborn child. Comments of that nature are very common from them. AITA? Commenter says, NTA. Your brother is TBH. I'm an auntie and my loyalty is always 100 to my niece and nephew. Ciara's well-being is paramount here. Your SIL and brother are overstepping. Ciara is probably really missing her mother now more than ever. It was grossly insensitive and plain cruel. Commenter says, NTA. Your brother was sucky by telling her not to act hormonal from the outset, and then your brother and SIL have clearly continued to push a boundary that Ciara has set. Good for you for backing her up by following her out, but she likely could have used some interference in the moment. Commenter says, NTA. Ciara sounds like she is done with a lifetime of this nonsense at the expense of her own feelings. And for her your brother to tell her to stop being hormonal is actually gross and likely not the first or only time hormones have been used to disregard the legitimate pain and frustration Ciara has about SIL and this behavior. If anything, you need to support her more, and ask why 2 mature adults who are now grandparents felt they were the ones who needed your support. They should be thanking you for ensuring she was okay and doing the bare minimum for a child they clearly don't care about beyond using her as a prop for their delusions about this family unit. Thanks for watching. I love you. Follow Reddit Echoes for more.